Quaid Azam Part 400, Appendices to Chapter 6. Appendix number 1, The Cripps Mission Plan 1942. Immediately upon the cessation of hostilities, steps shall be taken to set up in India, in the manner described hereafter, an elected body charged with the task of framing new constitution for India. His Majesty's government undertake to accept and implement the forthwith the constitution so framed, subject to the right of any province of British India that is not prepared to accept the new constitution to retain its present constitutional position, provisions being made for its subsequent accession if it so desires. With such non-exceeding provinces, should they so desire, His Majesty's government will be prepared to agree upon a new constitution, giving them the same political status as the Indian Union, and arrived at by a procedure analogous to that here laid down. These provisions were further amplified by Sir Stafford Cripps in a letter to the Secretary of the Muslim League, quoted in a later resolution of the League. The method of the ascertainment proposed in the Cripps plan is election on a broad franchise and representatives, so elected coming together with the fullest freedom of decision. The question of accession will be put to the vote of each provincial legislature. If the majority voting for accession is less than 60%, the minority will have the right to demand a plebiscite of the adult male population of the province. Appendix 2, the CR Formula 1943. Basis for the term of settlement between the Indian National Congress and All India Muslim League, to which Gandhi and Jinnah agreed, to which they will endeavour respectively to get Congress and League to approve. Number 1. Subject to the terms set out below as regards the Constitution for Free India, the Muslim League endorses the Indian demand for independence and will cooperate with Congress in the formation of a provisional interim government for the transitional period. Number 2. After the termination of the war, Commission shall be appointed for demarcating contiguous districts in the north, west and east of India, wherein the Muslim population is in absolute majority. In the areas thus demarcated, a plebiscite of all inhabitants held on the basis of adult franchise or other practicable franchise shall ultimately decide the issue of separation from Hindustan. Such decision shall be given effect to, without prejudice, to the right of districts on the border to choose to join other states, forming a sovereign state separate from Hindustan. If the majority decide in favor of forming a sovereign state separate from Hindustan, such decision shall be given effect to, without prejudice to the right of districts on the border to choose to join either state. Number 3. It will be open to all parties to advocate their points of view before the plebiscite is held. Number 4. In the event of separation, mutual agreement shall be entered into for safeguarding, defense, and commerce and communication for other essential purposes. Number 5. Any transfer of population shall only be on an absolutely voluntary basis. Number 6. These terms shall be binding only in case of the transfer by British of full power and responsibility for the Government of India. Gandhi was amongst the first Congress leaders converted to Raj Gopal Achari's point of view. In February 1943, while Gandhi was on his 21-day fast at the Aga Khan Palace, detained since August 9, 1942, Raja Gopalachari met him and obtained his approval for the formula. On April 8, 1943, he put his proposal before Jinnah in a slightly altered form. The adhered formula is known as the CR formula, having taken after the name of its author, Chakravarti Rajgopalachari. Next, I'll read out the Appendix 3, Gandhi's offer as revealed in his letter to Jinnah, 24 September 1944, but that's what I'll do in the next video. Not today, but tomorrow on Sunday.